I just did the craziest thing ever. I'm apologizing now. I just stopped and started the recording. So I don't know anymore, gang. Let's just lock in, bro. It's a 45-minute. John. See, I told you I'm tired, bro. I'm drinking my coffee, bro. Let's lock in.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Dang, he's a mail carrier. It'd be like
So
that.
my argument here is that
Lacey has cultivated a substantial multi-platform audience with nearly 1.5 million Twitch followers, over 1 million on Instagram, and 2.3 on TikTok followers, approximately 217,000 on X, aka Twitter. Nobody calls it X. I don't call it X. He means Twitter. He joined FaZe Clan in May 2024, quickly gaining notoriety through Fortnite and IRL streams.
streaming and social
Oh, this was recorded when he had all them fake tattoos. Okay, I understand it now.
media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Max was still streaming, by the way.
Nah,
When they
not
recorded
facts,
this
bro.
video.
9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go, you flip some patties,
Nah,
maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every
Mail
motherfucking
carrier.
day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man.
All right, I'm gonna clip it here, because this is gonna be my first, probably last time saying it on this video, but at least the argument versus 9 to 5 versus streamers, like the actual non-rage bait answer is, physically, it's harder to work a 9 to 5 than be a streamer, but mentally, I think it's definitely harder mentally to be a streamer than a 9 to 5 worker, because just getting cyberbullied and niggas being like, you can't log off because it's your job. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? How can you log out of your job? Clock out. It's like, but you want money, so you can't just clock out and stop working. So like, what do you do when, people like you're Ninja, and every time you play a game, like, oh my gosh, it's Ninja, bro, you fell off, LOL. Like, what are you supposed to do if for the last 5 years everyone says you fell off? Like, realistically, what do you do? What do you do? Imagine if you worked a 9 to 5 job and everybody just says you suck for 5 years. Oh wait, that's what's happening. So I'm like, I'm being honest, I'm on that streaming side mentally, but physically, no, it's definitely a 9 to 5 game. It's definitely.
I wish I had
We
a made
don't-
like y'all.
We don't have to
I
go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
what's the next trend?
Because
What's the
the
next
shit I
idea?
go through
Oh
every
my
day,
God, I have to
and got
stream
dogs,
today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And you have
every
lunch
day.
breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy,
I wish I
24/7.
could be at home like you and kick back and get paid big
We're
money.
not even at home. We're walking around. We're
Man,
walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I don't.
Yeah, no, OG tweaking right there. He said if he don't work, he don't get paid. Nigga, that's how working works, my nigga. If you don't work, you don't get paid. What is he talking about? Yeah, OG might be he might need to take them pills.
Your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have
Exactly.
people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is frustrating. We don't like this video. We have to create content. Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Facts.
You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do.
He not about that life. We'll cover it, little nigga. We'll cover it. Go find it.
Nah, fuck you. I don't know who you think you is. Just trying to pick me up, talking about that.
Yeah.
That is not a fine shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I can call fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's your
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy. You right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up and asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta
you
grind.
have that security of, oh, I have a job.
A 9-to-5 is generally more securing than a streaming because it offers steady income benefits and legal protections, while streaming is unpredictable, highly competitive, and income depends on viewer support and algorithm. Exactly, because I don't even know if Ninja make money off this no more, if I'm being completely honest. He might really just be doing it for the love of the game. Because his numbers is not there. Now, Tim the Tap Man, he still be cooking, but it's so many OGs that actually still, I feel like, are even or not declining.
I have a degree. I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him.
Don't
What would
you
you
say it.
do?
Uh-oh,
If
hey,
you
yo,
lost
chill.
completely all your YouTubers,
We don't say that word over here, relax.
you had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to go to work. Oh my God, did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If
Yeah.
I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But
and
no,
stuff.
he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn
Yeah, but
around.
you're proving my point.
You would have
You're
to
proving
turn
my
around.
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there. You
could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see.
Nah, that's facts though, like for sure. I feel like if you get like quote unquote canceled or like your number you just fall off, what do you do next? Like you become a right wing grifter or gritter? I don't know the word. But yeah, if you're like a chef and you get fired from a restaurant, you just apply to another restaurant. You can't apply for another streaming if you get IP banned from streaming. I mean, I guess you go to Rumble and Kick and all that, but I don't know where Jack Doherty gets his money from, gang. Somebody investigate Jack Doherty. Where is he getting his money from, gang? How is he still streaming?
See red flag.
And who watches
Back
gang?
late, yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
Now I'm thinking about it. I don't understand that.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco cans. I gotta make sure I get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
It does.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm
Yeah.
a registered nurse.
Hey, Rhonda.
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass.
Hold up, Rhonda. You said the 60s? How old are you, Rhonda? Auntie, are you grunty? But that's ain't no way. I mean, hey, if Rhonda 90, I might have to slide that list. That's all I'm saying.
Created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
you get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled.
Can I ask you a question? No. No, that's crazy.
And your mama and daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving it to you.
Rhonda, I got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda.
I
got a
did
question
it.
for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30
Dead ass.
days straight
24
hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed for
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you
Yeah,
been
nah,
a
them
3-minute
registered
ad?
nurses
When
be
have
going
you
through it,
ever
no
ran-
cap.
you never ran a
You
3-minute ad?
pass trays?
You never ran a 3-minute
What
ad?
about the fake relationships that you have?
Oh my God.
Now keep.
It's fake
Think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person
ain't
called
any
them
healthy.
parasocials.
Well,
They judge your
Yeah, them
relationships. You
parasocials
can't
is
go out to
crazy.
dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and
I
judging
got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex.
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health, mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you? Do you?
Okay, Rhonda.
And that's a
Speak.
big problem
Hold
with
up, hold
young
up.
people. You care about what
Who
people
that?
think. Social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our
That's
job.
our job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
Job.
35
Chill.
What do you think's harder?
She been a nurse for
24-hour
35
open
years?
surgery, like when you're helping with, you know, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
You
brother.
short-handed. The
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
See, you had me there, but then you gotta think about it. If you had to do a 24-hour open heart surgery, you're fried. How? No, again, you're cooked. You're cooked. 24 hours cooked. 24-hour cooked. Hello, who this? This
So
look
you
like,
said 30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that you guys, none of you guys actually
bro. They just said not available, so he's unemployed. Wait, let me chill.
did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
he part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
Yeah.
No, because here's the thing.
Well,
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
Go.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
I would even go
Touche.
as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you
See,
know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
well, I'm gonna be honest, cause if Mr. Beast, if Feastables was a regular chocolate company and it wasn't Mr. Beast brand, they would have been under immediately. Cause boy, ain't nobody buying Feastables. It's like when you invent new chocolate, bro, just eat old chocolate. Why I gotta eat new chocolate? What's new about it? Cause it's a blue cheetah with a red lightning bolt on it. You definitely need somebody saying, please eat this new chocolate, because I'm not eating that new chocolate again.
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time.
But why he lying? Nah, he lying.
Nah, she
They
making me
lying.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
Wait, hold up. Stable Ronaldo streams are high energy and entertaining, often featuring Fortnite gameplay, funny reactions, and interactive moments with fans. Known for his humor and his loud personality, he keeps his audience engaged with constant commentary and viral clips on Twitch. He boasts 3.9 million followers and averages 23,000 viewers per stream. W Reader. Now Ryan do
Chris.
It's high energy
Chris,
for sure.
Why do you think
Chris?
a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah.
Harder?
No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Makes
security.
it easier
Talk about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because
See, I hear. There's only so much rage baiting I can take, buddy, and I'm only 10 minutes through. Golly, Lord bless my soul. 10 minutes through this video. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. This rage baiting is crazy. I mean, if you're an affiliate, which I would assume if you're employed by Twitch, then you would have to be an affiliate, which means you would have like the 60-40 split or the 70-30 split at that point. And if you're quote unquote working a 9-to-5 on Twitch, that would mean 40 hours, which I mean, if you're doing 40 hours and you're doing 20-minute ads an hour or 10-minute ads an hour, wouldn't you have to make at least like, I don't know, the same amount as a 9 to 5. If you're on the lower end as a Twitch affiliate now, if you're above, then it would be like anything like a surgeon.
Their pay is
Yeah,
But
when
it
you
is
go to work
guaranteed
every day,
pay.
everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you?
well, let's just say that comes
Oh.
to perspective.
I think he's saying in like the 1 month payout is that, yeah, I think it's like, is it the 15th, I think, is the payout? So, yeah, but I think, 9 to 5 is bi-weekly at least.
If you say someone who
Or
works
daily.
food, someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job
maybe commission.
is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one
A 9 to-
aspect of it.
Working
right?
at
Yeah.
Foot Locker,
Okay.
working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay
Yeah.
relevant.
Oh, we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
what do you-
talking
well-
about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you
even.
started with
You're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
You 100% are. So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like
Well,
what
yeah.
is
Stuff that you need
difficult?
creativity. You need to
Okay.
get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like.
Oh my
this is
goodness,
good
get that
content
guy
you
out of
want.
here. Get that guy out of here. That's the dude with that had the red velvet t-shirt using too much AAVE. I'll never forget that dude from that Jubilee video.
Watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is
as a
entertainment,
job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't
is
have
why?
anything to
been
do
on
Why?
that table for like this
So do
whole
you
week.
truthfully, you can sit here and think that
On the glass
working at
table
like
in
a
the
Foot
living
Locker or
room,
something,
in
like,
the
I'm just using that
kitchen,
because
or
that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
the
harder
kitchen,
than a
or
streamer?
dining room.
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you.
In the
because there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some people
hard-
around here said, "Oh, I
No,
gotta
it's
wake up
been-
at
it was this
7 a.m., 8
morning.
a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
Eight
Bro, say-
is harder than a streamer
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
in the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity. Because
there's
some people
hard-
around here said, "Oh, I gotta wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with
You-
millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore"? You lose your job.
If the work is picking
Well-
up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift
Yeah.
and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that. yeah.
No. Let me hear me out. Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Don't
Sorry,
got it,
bye.
man. I don't know what to tell you.
Seeing a lot of flags.
You in the house with everybody that got new iPhones, so it's quite literally only like 2
So I'm
old
Angelina,
iPhone
and I work
chargers.
as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right.
Hold up, she's bad. Hold up. First of all,
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an
Hey,
executive
Angelina.
assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right.
an executive assistant. That, I mean, yeah, that's a job, but like, that's as much as a job as I feel like a streamer is. You feel me? Like, that's like saying being a creative director is hard. I mean, to an extent, yeah, but.
She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have
That's the
to
same
clock in
thing.
a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home.
Look
But
at
if I
Suki.
didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you been on
berated.
social media?
What do they say? Well, actually, in a traditional household, there's always one person that doesn't work a 9 to 5, so you'll never have to cook for yourself because someone has a traditional spouse that cooks for them. So I mean, there you
So
go.
I actually did content creation
Or be
starting
your
at the age of 14.
mom or dad,
When I moved
but-
to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers
Damn.
off the bat, and I
10,000
was
followers.
very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you
Dr.
actually
Y.
get to relax and travel the world and have other
So you're
opportunities.
just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
So
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went
The
down.
crash
I
was
lost
crazy.
everything, fell off
He was about to
completely.
though.
About to myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why you smiling?
We've all been there.
Huh?
Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It was
more than my
serious,
rent.
yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every
I
month.
was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke
Oh,
up with me at the
let's
time,
go,
so
let's go around.
alone
Double whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too, and everything's going down.
I ain't know
where's
this
my
story.
support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you
Bro's
had no
funny.
income.
I don't like
How
that
are
why
you
she
able to
laughing.
survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege? Before you
It's
go
privilege because you have the
Hold
support
up.
system to have a
No,
place.
no, that is crazy. How's that privilege? He's 16 living with his parents. He's in high school. How is that privilege? Where are you supposed to live as a teenager, as a sophomore in high school? Where are we supposed to live? What grandma? I'm so confused.
To live.
Well, at
404.
15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What is
take
that?
9
That's
to
a whole different
5s.
discussion. So a lot of
That
people
is a
don't
different
have
discussion.
houses
A lot of
when they
people.
are
A lot of people don't have
families
parents?
that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different.
Buddy, where are the people at? Where are the parents? We need another. What are those things called when they count all the people in America? We need another goddamn, not a solstice. We need another
Population.
type. There's a specific word for it, but I don't know it, man. A census. There you go. We need another census. Because where are the parents at?
Because they still need
All
to
these
survive,
boomers
so
saying
the fact
nobody
that
got
you were given
parents.
So
an
how did you move to LA?
opportunity- I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privilege?
I mean, we
Ooh.
moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa
Ooh.
Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well I was recent.
That is privilege. I moved into the second highest rent place in America. That is. Are you stupid? You could have just moved to Arkansas and got like triple the space, man. I'm like, why Santa Monica? So you could be an assistant.
I was reselling.
Let me
shoes
move
for
that.
Ford, my
Like
mom's
what?
marriage and everything.
Are you at least
I get
an
it. I've
assistant to like
definitely
Rich
helped my family
Paul?
out in times where I
Or
was
like
able
Mike
to,
Rubin?
But I also
Mark Rubin?
had to have my family support me in order for me
Are you
to
like the
have certain
assistant to, like,
opportunities to make money in the first place.
Kelsey
so
Plum?
if you
You
didn't
know,
have
those are
content
two
creation,
different
what would you be
things.
doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life.
You
to
might as
that.
well
I
have just
know I
been
would do
that
what I wanna do.
that
If we all got
GM
paid
at
the
Pan
same
Express
every
where
single
you
month,
was
let's say
from.
just in simple terms,
Make
we
the
all
same
got
amount
paid
of money.
$100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question. Would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
It's
How is it not
not.
secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No
Well-
job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings,
But
to have an
Yeah, I can see that. Like, yeah, content creation, but I think and this is where we're actually getting like real breakthrough, and the rage baiting is gone, in the real sense of like the 9 to 5 versus streaming. If we're saying going to college versus like starting your own entrepreneurship, it's essentially the same. It's just you make more money in the long term if you make it as a streamer. But like obviously if you want to become like a registered nurse, that is guaranteed money after you finish that degree. There's no way you become a registered nurse and you're like, nobody wants to hire nurses. What? There's no way you become a registered lawyer and you're like, yeah, no, we don't need lawyers. They don't need lawyers anymore. AI took them. Nobody. We still need those. It's job security. That's literally a secure job. Like, you just picked one of the most secure jobs that nobody. Then again, I did see them TikToks about them not hiring pilots. So, but I feel like we definitely need way more nurses than pilots. So I feel like that might be tomatoes to an extent.
Audience, and even if you do lose all your followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say
lose,
I lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral
But that's-
videos. Even if people are hating on
that's
you and
not
shitting on you,
necessarily-
that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator.
See, how long is it gonna take for us to get the Ninja? Because Ninja is the #1 followed Twitch subscribers, or not Twitch subscriber, follower. Kai's about to pass him, I think, like by the end of the year. But he's the most followed Twitch account yet. I think he might average like 10K. Like, essentially, he pulls the same amount of viewers as like Silky, but he's the #1 followed account on Twitch. So it's like, you feel me? He fell off, even though he still is doing like the same thing. But that's because Twitch. He got phased out because he don't do the type of content, the reality Casanat content. He's not doing Love Island type of stuff. He's just still playing the game. So you feel me? But if you obviously, yeah, he got like $140 million deal to go to Mixer like 8 years ago. So, I mean, it's okay he fell off. But if you're thinking about if he did blow all that money like people normally do, he's cooked low key.
Streamer University.
So I don't you go to college, Stream University, I'm weak. Adapt, top tier variety IRL streamer averaging around 12K. That's what I'm saying. Adapt. I feel like Adapt averages more. But not even 1 million. That's what I'm saying. But bro has like 20 million followers. Peaking as high as 45K. FaZe Adapt. Key Figure and FaZe Clan. Yeah, bro, shout out FaZe Adapt. He's literally been in FaZe since he's like 16 or 14. He's been in FaZe literally like almost
How you doing, bro?
more than he hasn't been in FaZe, which is crazy.
Gabe, how we doing?
I feel like that's probably the only
So
person
first
who
of all, I
can
want
say
to say
that.
I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not.
I think on the back end, once you get to the glide, like LeBron James definitely, all the effort LeBron James has had to become LeBron James is definitely gone now. But when he first, like that first couple years for sure, like before you essentially get that autonomous machine of like the creator, director, all the assistants, not the emotion stylist, but you get all the people, the cameramans, all that, and it's not just you doing everything, and it's like you got a mod that does all your overlays, so you're not even really doing overlays. You have like a IT man on call. That's when, but at that point you became like top 1,000 streamers on Earth. So it's a given. Anybody that's top 1,000 in their career on planet Earth doesn't work that hard. But I'd say for the road you get to top 1,000 in the world is when you probably work harder than a 9 to 5er. But beforehand, after that, 9 to 5ers definitely working harder. But at that point, you just feeling like the thing I did when I was 16 is gonna come out and they're gonna cancel me.
a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job. If you lose some followers
That's the
because
same
of something
thing,
you
though.
say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you
Yeah.
as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah, that's like I feel like the only true canceled streamer is literally Jack Doherty. I feel like that's probably the only person I'm like, does he make money on Twitch? Does he make money live streaming still? I feel like everybody else like Neon, Aiden Ross, Asmongold. I don't know how Asmongold has like the #1 viewership on Twitch, like over Kai Cenat. He cleans his room like once a year. Like, I don't know, bro. His room looks like an AI generated like Picasso. But that's #1 on Twitch. That's why I don't know, gang. I don't. Cancel culture isn't real because if Asmongold can do what he does, then I don't. You feel me,
Your
bro?
boss is not going to be
Just
loyal to
don't
you if you don't get that
hydroplane
thing on time 5 times.
your car, you'll
you're
be fine.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do
That
follow you,
cold-
to build that over years
Okay,
and years and
okay.
years and hours of
Okay,
trust
all right.
and communication and
Sacrifice.
intimate relationships
Sacrifice.
with your audience.
Okay, so-
that's not something that's just given to you.
Look, the
you don't
things-
just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of
subscribers.
course
don't.
not. It takes work for sure.
I don't even think Hot
But,
Tour Lady got
what you
one.
guys are talking about in terms
Haley
of like, the toll
Welch.
it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like
Yeah.
the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what.
Yeah,
And
is
even
bro
who has a
gonna
9
get to
five
talk?
has
Is
do
Red
that.
Velvet's t-shirt gonna
Well,
get
I'm
to
a
talk?
college professor, so I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You OG, you kind of cook, gang, cause y'all not teaching nothing new, gang. Y'all not teaching nothing new. Hey, bro. Oh my goodness, the argument was invalidated. He's like, I'm a college professor. Boy, y'all niggas don't be doing jack deadly. Teacher, bro. Most teacher jobs are low key. Nah, gang. Them is reruns, bro. Being a teacher is a rerun. As long as you don't have like a crash out that literally starts touching you and you have to get out of character, bro, it's literally just babysitting. But college isn't babysitting. Because if they don't show, you don't even have to show up, gang. You get the syllabus and it's like, this is what it is. So, yeah, bro. If he's teaching college English, gang, you're fine, bro. Yeah, he's good.
Come on, bro.
We have to,
You already know what he's doing.
we have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
But is it years to learn or years to memorize? Because that's what's like learning and memorizing are two different things. You only have to learn something once. After you learn something, it's memorization. Like, I only gotta learn how to mute my music when I play games once, and the rest of it is memorizing. It's not I got 800 hours in learning how to mute certain parts of my stream. It's just memorizing how to mute and unmute. So it's like, you feel me? That's what most degrees are. It's just mastery over memorization.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't
But
think
you
anybody in
definitely
this room
learn
really
every
cranks
day.
out. I don't know if
But,
anybody
like,
in
not
this
a
room
lot,
thinks so.
though.
I don't know if
So I
that's
had
something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years, right? And then I'm like, okay.
Learning
then
how
I
to
had
trick
do
shot
YouTube
is
for 4
crazy.
years,
Okay.
right? And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do
Yeah.
streaming.
Okay.
So
And
you're
with how many
constantly-
people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
Hey, that might be the only one with a real, you know what I'm saying? Oh, him and Ron might be the only real like arguments or debates because fixing a company going down and coming back up that's a real job. Cause I'm gonna be honest, within like the last 2 years, I don't remember FaZe since literally like the MLG smoke weed every day. Oh baby, and that was literally like 2012, like 2014, gang. I couldn't tell you anything that happened with FaZe as I hit high school. Like I was it not FaZe Temper? It was the swole white dude who was dating like a Latina weatherman. She was bad, and I think she had like the first like OF Patreon. And that might be the only other FaZe thing I remember in between them signing Rage, Max, and Silky and Jason, between like literally MLG, Oh Baby a Triple, like the Clout House with the rice gum, take a ring off, take a sock off after a Fortnite kill, like, and that was literally like 2015. So that's literally 10 years. I couldn't tell you what happened in between the last 8 years of FaZe. So he's right, gang.
When I was
Was it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did.
didn't
Okay,
exist,
so
if
the-
it didn't
so-
exist,
okay.
you couldn't press play.
He is literally just proving he built FaZe, bro. He's a founder of FaZe. He's one of the first people to create a gaming organization. FaZe is one of the longest running gaming organizations. Dude, one of the first niggas that was professional gamers, esports. He's one of the first esporters before niggas was going to college for esports and that was even a thing. He was the one. Nah, that is funny though, cause they're like, they don't know he's Soulja Boy. He's Soulja Boy when it comes to the game.
Press record
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just
a,
talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah,
also
you
had
have
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I don't know, so bro, let bro on or did they just like
My perspective
Vicky,
is coming
hair and
from
makeup
a
artist?
hair and makeup artist, physical job.
She still do
Doesn't
hair and
seem
makeup?
like any of you guys can even compete with
Oh,
the physicality.
brother.
You guys this is
Silky, come on, Silky.
just sitting on your
Oh,
butt
a
and
three-strand
talking into a
braid.
microphone
know.
is
So
very different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all
Bet.
day. You never sit down.
Yeah, that
I hear
is
you, I hear
something.
you. I built a house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Wait, now, granted, ma'am, that right there is a person who should put a mask on. Put a mask on. As somebody who worked in those those factories where you're quite literally dumping thousands of pre-blend all day, put a mask on. What? Fuck wrong with them?
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill.
is
It's definitely
dangerous.
dangerous,
Your
though.
job isn't
Put a mask
physically
on.
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet, listen. So your whole
She
thing.
doesn't get that.
Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
physically, I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller
Talk to
and make a 200K montage.
Talk
You
to him.
can't.
Come on, man.
No one in here can.
Come on, man.
None of
Hey, bro, I'm gonna only let this lie because he was one of the first to make one game. Oh my gosh, bro, we are yapping, gang. 38 minutes for bro. Somebody stop me. I am Dante, bro. You might have to give up the yapathon, bro. It might be Wu-Tang Clan.
you could-
But you
none
can
of
go carry
you-
some, just
none of you
some
could
hair and makeup.
physically
And you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
It's
yes.
taking him 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is
Yes,
never
I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No,
all of the
wait,
things
wait.
that you
Stop.
use?
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky.
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When you're done,
These
Oh
things.
my God.
Ooh, hold up, bro. Chill. Oh my. If the Elgato wasn't on, bro, you know how many times something has happened and I literally it's the audio's been mute, gang. The audio's been mute or the audio source is somewhere else, so you can't even hear again. Oh my gosh, bro, that's. I feel like that's the essential of like cooking something, and you literally forgot like flour, and you make cookies without flour. Like it's a core ingredient, and the whole. It's fried, bro. Like, you make cornbread with no eggs, bro. That cornbread's cooked, gang. That cornbread's cooked, bro. Like, you made macaroni with, like, 1 out of the 4 cheeses, gang. That's GG, gang. Like, oh, my goodness, bro. Chill on the Elgato not being... Have you ever spent, like, 3 hours trying to figure out why your Elgato just doesn't connect anymore? Like, bro, or you got ready and you're about to start pressing stream, and then, newsflash, OBS just updated. None of your sources work anymore. Or you just turn on your computer and wavelength and none of your audio like hey, bro, what? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and at work, like, a lot of that don't happen unless for some reason you just work like a one man job and there's nobody else that works that. Like, if you work at McDonald's, you're not gonna come and like the cash register just doesn't work unless you like open, but you're not gonna come for midday shift and the cash register just doesn't work, because if that's how that works, then last dude on that cash register deserves to be fired. But you're just not gonna wake up, press that stream button, and it just doesn't work.
Resample. If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here is what you do is physical.
Or you react to a song. You press the upload, and then guess what, boy? That bit blocked in all territories, gang. Like, whoever made that song, bro. Look, Bruce. I'm gonna use lock in, because half the time I'm listening to Protect, bro, I just can't react to it, gang. Like, it gotta be on stream. Like, am I not ball hog, gang? Am I not ball hog twin? I know you just got baptized. Shout out Bruce, he got baptized. You know what I'm saying? Twin saved. He's delivered. You know, I was baptized once when I was a jit. But hey, bro, stop copyrighting everything, please.
Physically.
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
and
do.
Dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick
dangerous.
shot. You could never. I would go as far as
Wait, no. How is being a hairstylist and makeup artist dangerous? Hold up. Auntie. What are we talking about, Auntie? Nah, you lost me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, what? The chemicals? I mean...
How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However long I needed to hit a clip.
Yeah.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is...
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
He got a pumpkin thrown on him.
They're laughing, but that's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up.
That's real story.
Almost died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted his
him when he
thoughts.
Silky. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm tired of them RP segments, bro. We gotta change it up. No more RP, gang. Like, wrap it up. I know GTA is supposed to come out last month, gang. Wrap it up, gang. Something else. Maybe throw Marvel Rivals back on the burner, bro. I know Multiverse is shut down. But yeah, bro. GTA streamer known for reactive and interactive streams alongside other FaZe members on Twitch. He has around 860,000. Averages roughly 8 to 22. Why he get the roughly 8 to 22K? Like, just give him the number. It's okay. During the events like subathons and peaked at 600,000 and peak moments 60,000. Like, why everybody else get numbered? Like, you feel me? If his numbers is low, his numbers is low. That just means bro gotta grind. That's it. That's all. He gonna get up there.
I am very.
He like 90 days straight though. He going crazy.
I worked as a librarian with
Auntie,
elementary school children. I have been an executive.
I'm sorry, Auntie. I don't like that cut though. I ain't gonna lie, Auntie. Why you got the Killmonger final form? Or the oob. She got the oob.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you
She
know
a
we
librarian?
create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're
False
across the
energy.
screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yes.
Who save lives every
Yes.
day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out
That's
to
a
the
real
clubs
thing,
at
though.
night, staying out till 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so.
So what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now.
What kind of shit's
Oh, hello, Grandma Garizzi.
You get to put some shades on and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are
That
you
is
doing
real.
this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this
No,
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's
do
what's
what
happening
you do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many fans we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I
any
think,
entertainment?
Oh my
Of
God.
course, I watch.
So do you
entertainment.
ever-
I got
I mean, yeah, live entertainment, like you are touching what's majiggies. Like live, that's like the biggest form of it. I could see it be different if you were like a PewDiePie YouTuber where like I'm literally only gonna see you at a convention or a meetup, but like they do IRL events, so like you like Max, you saw him at Summer Smash yesterday in Chicago. Bro got the all, thank you for the follow. Like
Sturbian is now following.
I don't know what she's talking about. Like, you don't interact with people in real life, especially since they're not like desktop streamers. They're IRLers.
kids.
Wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course, I
So
laugh.
then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you- wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been
what's
like, oh,
coming.
I feel good?
Some of it is
I got a
fake.
banger right now.
Some of it is
You
fake.
see, you're not answering.
So
me.
now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this. Right after
Go
this, I got you.
ahead.
Okay,
Go
all right.
ahead.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Do you know? You just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
So it's easier.
I'm a very
Well-
social. I'm a very
Yeah.
social person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I
Ooh,
am.
okay,
I
auntie.
do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you,
Yeah.
you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had people
Ben
come up
10.
hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Have
No, adapt not
and say
capping.
these things. So
Cause Adapt OG ski. He been in content creation for 10 years, so that's like running into Mark Phillips. I'm like, oh my goodness, Mark Phillips, like Corey. I'm not gonna lie, if I run into Jacksepticeye, I need a hug from Jacksepticeye gang. Jacksepticeye and like Corey Kenshin are probably like core memories. Sadly, popular MMO too, but he in jail, bro. For I think he got a warrant, bro. Like pray for him. I hope he not like the average Minecraft YouTuber, but like. Bro, that's core memories right there, bro. Top of the morning to you laddies. Dashy. Like, come on now. Berleezy to roast, but, like, I didn't really watch too much Berleezy besides, like, the cartoon roast. Like, I watch his gaming videos here and there, you know? You feel me? I mess with Aunt.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro.
I'm Dante.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so rude.
She
honestly.
tells me it's easy.
Okay,
She
let
works
me,
at 2 hospitals.
let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target
Hey,
audience.
bro,
So
W
break
Rage,
it down
man.
for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what he just said. You don't
I
like
didn't
because I'm
laugh.
black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got taxed. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
Yeah, Woo.
Nobody just smacking
Yeah,
me.
Woo. Hold on, chill. Hey. Pause.
You do fun.
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very
That is
stressful,
fun.
right?
Oh my goodness! Look
Not fun at all. 'Cause this-
Look at Jason. Jason couldn't even hold it in, cause bro, this dude don't spark till 11:59 every day for the last almost 2 weeks.
Jalas left hand is now
Thank you for
following.
the follow. But literally, for the last like 2 weeks, maybe 3 besides streamer prom, he sparks at 11:59 to keep the day-to-day streak. You know, I used to be like you too, Silky. But Silky, I don't got 10K subs though. I don't got 10K subs. I'm pocket watching, my nigga. That's like almost 25,000 a month off Twitch subs. That's all I'm saying, gang. We not even talking about ad revenue, gang. You making what now? Well, hold up. 20,000, yeah, 25. That's what I'm saying. You might be making like 30,000 a month off Twitch, and you started. Imagine if you clocked in at 11:59. Well, I mean it's night shift, but imagine if you could be open anywhere from like noon to midnight, and you just want to go at midnight every day. Like it's just crazy work, gang. It's crazy.
This dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Yon is
yes.
diesel.
Yon is
Okay, so
DZ.
look,
Like,
right?
dang.
I'm
get
jealous
up,
of a
like,
harder
dang,
job.
Like,
No.
dang. get
Oh,
up, like,
thank you.
Hold up.
Hey, that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, no.
Oh,
listen,
hold
this
up.
is the time
Let
that I
him
wake
cook.
up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just
around the
smoked the
back.
night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I
Look
just
at
deal
bro.
with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
They have.
No, let him.
No. Let him gotta deal with thousands of them.
They have. They have.
No, let him.
No. Let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than
hold-
smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure that
Look at Jason.
yeah.
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah.
you know.
This, you know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Silky got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro.
No
I
energy.
can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scrabble
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
You know what's crazy?
My mind
9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did my,
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
And he'll hang himself.
Kill
No, I don't know this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You never heard that
You're
one?
talking yourself into a hole, man.
Huh? What are you talking about, Cool
I'll be
Tom?
brief.
Wait, give
You
me
freaky frog. I'm scared.
Is that racist?
Thank you for the support, though. I appreciate that.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social
All
cues.
right. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
Oh, because she's black.
Is that racist? All right. Oh, you're back?
Baby, I want to say to you.
Racist out here. He has no social cues. Oh, you're back?
Baby, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
Auntie?
I'm a black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Auntie.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that,
Ooh.
you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an
you
introvert.
said,
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
and that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Jason. Jason.
Uh-oh, here you go.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
He's lost. He's lost. He's right. Self-sabotage.
No. I believe.
The content is making me look crazy.
So much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah, I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again.
That's real.
If you think
I
it's
loved
so
her
much
and you're
harder,
laughing.
Why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions
Yeah.
every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
2, 3.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
Oof.
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than 9 to 5.
that
That's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He
Yeah.
ran up a
He
bag.
ran up a bag.
The thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
I pick motion. Hey, auntie.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa?
Last Costa, attorney.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She
Hold
makes a
up.
percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get
Jason.
a 9 to 5,
Ron's phone there.
that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because
Where's she from?
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a
You
show
got
and
too
you
much
stopped watching
momentum.
it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That
I
TV
have to-
show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if thousands
Baby,
of thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
September 2020. Swag. Wait. YouTube Gaming becoming the first FaZe Clan member to do so. He was the first FaZe Clan member to FaZe member. I feel Max on that. We might need to drop that clan name. I don't know. It's just it is tacky for sure. First FaZe member during this tenure, because it's an organization at this point, so just call it the FaZe org. Org sounds very, very not exuberant, but up with the times. You feel me? Okay. 80 kills in a single Warzone match alongside fellow. They say they be going into not necessarily bot lobbies, but like lobbies where people are just bad at the game. So like low elo. But he got a million purse, like a million in game or a million in IRL, like prize money.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model. But
Professional model.
I've worked
Okay,
since
so
I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming.
And in 2025, roughly 0.4% of Americans are likely to be licensed practicing attorney, equivalent to about 1 in 240 people. Oh, so is it more attorneys than streamers? Oh, see, this is what my question was. Like, what job fields are rarer than streamers? Because How many what even is an attorney, gang? It's not a lawyer. Like I don't. Yeah, but yeah, someone would have to specifically tell me the difference
Absolutely,
between
your
an
job
attorney
is-
and a
you
lawyer.
just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like
just-
you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck. I was-
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
hold on. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. You know, it's basically all pure talent.
Okay.
Can I just
Skill, yeah.
Why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual
Yeah.
like. The
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
You,
so
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's
yeah,
what
it,
we
it,
do
wa-
too.
Yeah,
We go
yeah,
to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
It's-
That isn't
everybody's
luck,
a little
though.
bit of luck. I think people who don't.
Like if I just become like a professional Marvel Rivals character player, like that isn't luck. That's just like you said, determination and skill. I'd say gaming is less about luck and followers or like connections compared to, I would say, like sports, because sports does kind of feel like it's a lot of politics, not like politics and political is the same thing, but not like what your beliefs are, but like you need to know certain people so you could be on that AAU team with Trey Young, Ben Simmons, and D'Lo and all them. And it's like you just don't stumble across those AAU teams, gang. You know those people to get into those AAU teams. Like Bronny, you just don't play with 3 lottery or Chino Hills. You just don't play with 2 other lottery picks that aren't your brothers. Onyeka Okonu and what was the other dude? No, I think that was the only dude, because the other dude was DC the Don, but he's a rapper. That's what I'm saying. You just don't stumble across that. And you're like, my teammates are like platinum rappers and lottery picks. Like everyone's a millionaire over here. You feel me? Like,
Have
I
a
don't-
job, you know,
it's
they
not
feel
luck.
they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could
Yeah.
do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four. I got
No,
fourth
no,
last
but
year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
So
you're
that's
not luck.
not
That's
luck.
pure skill.
That's pure skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a
work.
talent. They have
They
a
work-
talent.
they had a-
But
Yeah.
it's-
So what
you
do
know
you-
how many talented people are out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said. You just
No.
said.
What he did
I
against
said a
Wayne.
lot of people are talented, don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people
It's a
who make it to
mixture.
the NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead us?
You did us?
Why
they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've
Hold up. I literally just.
been doing this for 13.
Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not. I mean, if that's
No,
fucking,
stand on it, stand on
if
it.
that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we
Yeah,
don't have a
yeah.
job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specifically pure talent.
That
And
is
I worked on
talent.
that
Let 'em
since
know.
I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying.
Okay, swag. That's what I'm saying. See, the older you get, the
So
more
many
it's
people
like,
are very
I don't
talented,
know,
never get a
man.
shot
I
because
built
they
the
don't
big
do the
big.
right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many even talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a
Yeah.
handout.
Assertiveness.
It was simply just,
Gotta
you know
be
what?
assertive.
I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you
See, I get that it's just a video game, but it's just a video game. It's the same. Like that lady is a makeup and hair artist. You do people's hair and makeup. We don't need people to do that. We don't need people to do that. You know how there's certain things that you could think is hard, like technically you don't need a nigga to change your tire. You can figure out how to change your tire. But doing hair, gang, you don't need your hair done. Let's be super duper honest. That's one thing you could live without. You could just go bald. You could literally just go bald. F it, go bald. You don't need makeup. You just ugly. F it. F it, we bald. I'm ugly. It is a privilege to make money off of literally doing people's hair and makeup. That's a privilege. If playing video games for a living is a privilege, definitely that's being a privilege. You feel me? Certain jobs like an attorney is a privilege because half of the court cases are just an agenda. We need to like take people to court so we can generate enough money, or these jobs don't exist. So a lot of jobs are privileges. If we're being completely honest, like whoever's at that second drive-through, literally just ringing people's orders up, swiping the card, giving them a receipt and maybe a drink. Is that not a? Hey, come on, I don't know, bro. That's what I'm saying. Some of these 9-to-5 do really be easy. That second window dude is pretty easy. As long as you just don't got that. Actually, I need 3 mayonnaises, 5 ketchup. Oh, give me 5 more. Give me 5. As long as you don't get that person, give me 300 nuggets. You fine, gang. You fine.
You couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your
That
son
is.
couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people-
Your
Yes.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a
Yes.
talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever.
Exactly.
But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough
Exactly.
at it and we create.
Do you not
good
think
enough
do you not
content,
think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like...
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just too old to understand.
That's it's just, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
literally.
because
Granny old.
Y'all could never
gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew
Yeah,
up, this
exactly.
didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because
That's
you're
real.
from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun. But it's like
And
again,
that's
it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta
That's
fight
fun.
back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
Facts. That's why I was like, I feel like, where OG at? That was laughing.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to
This
meet you.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking.
His name is Ronnie. I think the dude's right there. But what I'm trying to say is, this is getting to the point where, like, the grandmas, they literally don't understand it. Because, like, I still have talks with adults in between the ages of 40 to 50 about this. Well, it says 5 minutes in the video, so give or take maybe 10 minutes. I've been definitely yapping. I definitely have been yapping. But I feel like if we're being completely honest, this is the disconnect, because like my grandparents don't understand this. They're like, what do you mean? You're watching YouTube videos and you're playing video games and you're running ads and they're making money off and people are donating you. I'm like, what is that? Yes, grandma. Yes, that's I know. It's hard to think because first of all, the internet wasn't commercialized when Granny was in high school. So that's not even possible to become a streamer in the gosh darn the 70s. Buddies, we were fighting to even have school, rights, equal pay and all that. You feel me? Like trying not to get Timberland trees. So it's like, Granny's just not going to understand the fact that people are now teaching courses on how to do this because it's a sport now. The same way LeBron James could make $1 billion off of pitting a ball through the hoop is the same way you could make $500 million with a PS5 controller. It's new now. You feel me? The same way you could put a bikini on. Same way people been putting bikinis on making thousands of dollars anyway. It's like, come on, bro. What's that one lady? Blonde lady. I don't know, bro. It's like the original Vixen. That's crazy.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to
This
meet you.
past-
My name's
Anything's crazy if you don't
You were
believe in
talking
it.
about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being
Yeah.
furloughed? Like
Yeah.
taking
We
it back
fall
to
off.
that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent.
you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
job.
that's it's
Oh, and-
it's kind
okay.
of it's not the same concept. Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
And
but
then-
if you lose a job, you
You
can't.
just get another
no,
one?
you can search for. You have an opportunity.
Yes, so COVID foreclosed a lot of jobs, correct. But I think in this debate, the argument is the method, the infinite money method glitch was switching to social media, which it was. But I think that's how anything is. Like, in any recessions, there's always some sort of exploitation to make money. Like, the TikTok views don't hit the same as they did in COVID. Like, the same, like, I don't know the specific buzzword, but like the EOM or whatever, you feel me? Like whatever the view to engagement or the view to now. I think if you don't make over a minute long video on TikTok, you're not gonna get paid about it unless you're like live on TikTok like I am now. That's like you're just not gonna get paid because that's how it is now. It's not view based. You either need commissions or like sell a product, or you need over a minute long video. If it's not that, then you're not making any money off of it. But back then, you were getting like 1 million views and you were making like $4,000. Now you get 1 million views and you might make like 200. So it's like, you feel me? It's just not the same numbers. But that's because it's oversaturated now. So they're not gonna pay them because there's more people doing that. But that's any job. If the job's in high, it's demand versus it's supply and demand. So it's like, you feel me? COVID, people were making super money off of selling toilet paper. So it's like, I guess being a social media influencer in 2020 was the plug. I bought a PS5 for $800, scalping, like PC, buy a PC like resale. So I was like, I don't know. Anything including the internet was probably like an exploit or a get rich quick scheme. But that's what I'm saying. That age disconnect's happening again. But she's not young. She looks to be younger, so I don't know.
You just search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you
it's-
uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views
went to school and still.
and paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job.
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a
Yeah.
parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at
Wait,
your
he's
job.
waiting for.
Yeah, when cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well, that's
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I
9
go
to
like this. I
5.
go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of
Yeah.
a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
Ooh,
sorry,
but people
my next.
millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
See that thing again. Oh, it's not a talent. It's a skill. Well, I feel like most jobs are a skill, not a talent. It's not a talent to be a lawyer. You just half the jobs literally just memorizing rule books, bro. It's not a talent to be a electrician. You're just memorizing the currents and what plug. That's what I'm saying. A lot of jobs, if you play video games, it's easy to translate into it because that job's a fucking video game, gang. Like, real life's a video game, bro. The more money you get, the more you get to do whatever. Like, construction. That's like, we've so metagamed, and so many games have existed that we're kind of in, like, that there's infinite games, but there are no games because every idea is kind of already made. So, like, I gotta disagree with her right there.
If did, what are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised.
It's reactionary based, which is why old people can't play video games. Or competitive video games. Anyone can play video games, but you can't play competitive video games older because your reaction time gets slower. So you just lose because you press the button last. You feel me? Like Jeopardy. Whoever buzzed in first is gonna win if everyone knows the answer. So to that point, it becomes a talent because you're just blessed with faster fingers and a faster moving brain. So it ain't nothing else I can do.
There's people out there who are genuinely the
That they have their opposable
the
thumbs
most
like
gifted-
so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah, that's
like, what?
Saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
could win it.
You could.
That is. Normally I'm like, these niggas rage bait. Nazarene, she said, if it's a skill and not a talent, then why haven't you been training these 8 months? You haven't been able to find a job to go do it. Ooh, well, maybe it's a talent then. Maybe it's a talent then, because if it's a skill, then why haven't you been spending 8 months so you can win that Fortnite FNCS? Because it's $1 million prize pool. So you definitely can win a $250,000 if you get first.
You couldn't.
Qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even
qualify?
find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
The OBS
Work for it,
I know.
but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does.
Bro, Ronnie sounds
You're just
so funny.
dismissing.
I'm
Like,
not
oh, it's
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I
easy.
didn't say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you
how
can
do you
own
how
and
do
you
you
can
know
master.
how do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level, though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
Nah, I'm telling somebody tell honey. Casual and competitive gaming is not the same because Mario Kart is super easy to play as somebody who's been getting into it. I don't play it. I got 8 on the Switch, you feel me? Whatever, 8 Deluxe, whatever the name for it is. But as somebody who watches, there is, because it's numbers, like she said, it's memorization. So I'd say it's like 90% or like maybe 70% memorization, and the other 30% is like being able to replicate what you memorize. Because now you have the information now you have to execute it. So now that you know what items you can get from what place, now you need to figure out how to bag, which means stay in last place the whole game until the last 15 seconds and then boot past everybody. That's what ranked Mario Kart is. You don't want to be in first place because you get hit with blue shell. You want to be back place, hold that lightning, and like a ghost or a golden mushroom, and then when you're on like in between the third lap, use those 2 items and then you win. That's what competitive Mario Kart is. It's not you being in first place the whole game like NASCAR, which you would want to be in first the whole time. So to that point, you feel me? That's what's like. I don't know, man. Which might not be fun to you because it's like technically you're losing the whole game, but then you win the whole game because there's a comeback mechanic, which is why some people don't like competitive Mario Kart. Which is why I don't even argue about the maps are bad. The game's fundamentally broken in the sense that you have to lose 90% of the game to win. So it doesn't matter what the track looks like. You need to be in last place 95% of the game to win.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How
does-
do you know?
what
how
does
do
it
you
take to be on that level?
I've worked
What
at
does
9
it
to 5.
take?
Yeah. What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of
Gift,
work,
discipline.
editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos
yourself.
and stuff like that, just off
Yeah.
pure skill.
I had
you
to
did-
put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no maps? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put.
Ooh, yeah, that's hard game. That's hard game. I don't got that on me. I don't got that in me.
From
When you're
my
trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving, do you know
I
how to
don't know
short?
what. No, I don't. But if I want.
you couldn't, but Excel sheet, you can do Excel sheet.
No, but exactly. I
They're
can
just
throw-
talking. They're just talking.
She said, y'all gotta explain these terms. I think that's like the whole terminology. I think that's the whole debacle is you don't know, which is fine. But that's what's like, to an extent, I think it's more of the terms of old people just don't like the new currencies or exchanges that we are exchanging now for money. Because like it's not just to go to school and do this, it's to play a video game and mess with the video game for. It's like creating an app. How long do you have to test the app until like the app actually works, gang? Like making Facebook, how much until they made the first social media app? Now everybody's like, being a social media developer is easy, but like, is it?
Game.
Because
As
after
a
something
babysitter,
becomes
I can talk to you
oversaturated,
about
how do
the
you get
different
somebody to
things
choose
I do
you?
and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's
do it.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3
please.
days, but if
Yes.
you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Poor lady. He was cute.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. So, and technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with Carl. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
So my mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
Whoa, what?
I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
He said normal jobs are harder. And this is where, if there was more time in the video, my question would be to you, what is a normal job? And then once you explain your normal job, I would reiterate. So a normal job is just some form of job that's owed. It's not necessarily normal, it's just owed and it's familiar. So essentially in 200 years, this will be a normal job. Because 200 years ago, it was normal to assault your spouse. So, I mean, that was like normal is whatever you want it to be, gang. You feel me? It was whatever you want it to be. Normal is whatever you're familiar with. That's like a lot of words mean stuff, but a lot of words don't mean stuff. So let's just make like a popsicle stand and let's blow. I don't know where that saying is again. I apologize. But W Yap was just like a double the video almost. Like, I'm Dante, bro. Get at me.